Hello guys, I am Shashipal and welcome to my channel Maths Pirates. Guys, in this video I am going to give an introductory part of the program that I am going to upload in my channel about mastering mathematical thinking. See, in most of the schools, colleges, and universities, ma- in most of the universities, in many of them, mathematics is being taught as a set of formulas, set of principles, and standard situations, standard problems, and standard procedures. What standard procedures need to be followed to solve certain standard of problems, right? But my program, it's going to be completely different. Here you will be taught how to adopt logical thinking, to adopt logical thinking, which is the most important tool for every mankind in his or her own life, because thinking is the only way where he can see the truth, he can understand the way how to proceed, right? And when it comes to students, many students prepare for many olympiads and competitive exams, right? See, I'm my channel is not for dedicated to teach for any competitive exams like JE, NEET, or RMO Olympiad exams, etc. It's all about the conceptual clarity that you need to adopt, the mathematical command that you need to gain, so that you can apply that logical and critical thinking to solve many complex mathematical situations. See, not only that level of thinking helps you to be a very good at mathematics, but also to analyze every real-time scenario in through mathematical models, especially in physics, right? As like in kinematics, rotational dynamics, or statics, you will go through the concepts like equilibrium, forces, momentum, torque, etc. These standard things, the real world is being explained through mathematical models. Mathematics is the language of God, so that through which he had made this entire universe. In order to understand the working of everything around you, you should be really good at mathematics. Usually in schools, especially in schools, usually a student is considered to be as a good student with a good memory if he is able to remember many formulas, if he is able to remember every theorem, irrespective of how logically valid it is. See, during the time of Greek, it was the time of Babylonians, where they used to, their thinking used to be like, it doesn't matter how that process came into existence. If that process gives matches with the expected results, then that process is adopted. See, every mathematical concept that we are using now came with a purpose, and understanding the purpose before learning the concept is the is a good driving force to understand in-depth clarity over any concept in mathematics. That's a really important step for every mathematics student. Logical thinking and critical thinking. See, sometimes sometimes we may encounter with such a problems where we actually unable to think how to sort it out. During that time, during that time, the best way will be to break down it into simple situations and combine them so that we can analyze that complex situation. And as I mentioned before, in mathematics, generally in schools, a student can be considered as, may be considered as a brilliant if he is able to remember everything, irrespective of how it came into existence, how it is logically valid, what logical principles that validates the theorem or any mathematical principle. In my program, we will not only cover broad concepts, but also we will understand how logically valid they are, so that we can understand how useful it is. See, mathematical concepts that we see in many of the books came with a purpose to fulfill certain tasks, to fulfill certain intentions. That's what the Greek people, they realized. They were the first people who questioned why that process actually works, why that process actually gives us results. Is that only the process that gives us the results, or is there any? That's what the point where the concept of logical thinking, deduction, and reasoning came into play. These understanding these terminologies might be a big might be a big thing, but we'll break in further videos, we'll break them into small aspects so that you can understand very clearly. Once again, welcome to my channel Maths Pirates. I am Sheshpal. Thank you.